Greetings, my beautiful lovelies. It's Emmy. How are you? It's great to see you and welcome back. Today, we are going to be preparing and opening something that I've only seen on children's public television programming when I was a latchkey kid, and it is an emu egg. So my family and I recently took a trip down to Florida, and we stopped at a wonderful farm stand called Robert Is Here, and I found this beautiful, gorgeous emu egg. It is so spectacular. It's so gorgeous. It's something out of the Game of Thrones. It has this lovely nubbly texture to it. It's got a satin sheen to it. It looks otherworldly, and when you see it in real life, you can really appreciate the little turquoise flecks in it. It is just so stunning. So today I'm going to open this and take the contents and cook it, but I'm going to do my best to preserve as much of the shell as possible, similar to what I did with an ostrich egg. So several years ago, I purchased an ostrich egg, cooked that up. It was about $100, and I did my best to preserve as much of it as possible, but look at this. Isn't that gorgeous? I think it's been shined up. I think they put something on it to make it extra shiny, but look at that. And you can see how shiny it is. I think they might have put some wax or something on this to polish it up because it is so very shiny. Now we can compare it to the emu egg for a little size comparison. And this is probably the best reference. Here's a chicken egg. So many times larger than a chicken egg. So a few facts about the emu. It is the second largest bird on the planet. It is a flightless bird, meaning it can't fly. It is a very proficient runner, and it is endemic to Australia. You can also find it in New Zealand. Males and females look very similar. They both have brown, gray plumage, but during breeding season, the females will have a little patch right under their eye that will turn bright turquoise, very similar color to this gorgeous, gorgeous egg. Now, apparently when they incubate, they turn darker and they will actually bleach in the sun to a white color. Gestation period for an egg, meaning how long does it take for the chick to develop, is about 8 weeks, so quite a long time. So the yolk in an emu egg is 50% larger than, say, an ostrich or a chicken egg because of that reason, because the chick needs lots of resources to develop into a full-size chick over that time. The yolk is larger, which I found interesting. Didn't have any idea. Another interesting fact about incubation is that the males incubate the eggs. The males will sit on the eggs for the 8 weeks and brood the eggs until they hatch. They will lose about 1/3 of their weight during this period because they will not eat or drink much. Emus are also omnivorous. They eat insects and plant matter, and they can go for long periods without eating or drinking. So those are some facts about the emu. Now let's go ahead and see what's inside this emu egg. Now let's compare the chicken egg to the emu egg. Isn't that amazing? And this is quite a large chicken egg. I have this beautiful vintage scale that will tell you the weight of this chicken egg. And this is actually beyond an extra large egg. This is one of the eggs that my own chickens have laid. So even though this is quite large, this is even bigger. But look at that beautiful shape. Isn't that stunning? Nice and pointy. Okay, I want to preserve this eggshell as best I can, but I also want to get the yolk out whole if at all possible. So I'm going to try cracking a smallish hole right at the very top with the heel of my knife. So here we go. So making little chips around the egg, like that. Once it's gotten started, it's pretty easy to crack. Okay, there it is. Now let's remove this top portion. Look at that. Amazing. Smells all right. Always check your eggs. If they smell bad, don't eat them. Okay, now we're gonna pour the yolk egg into the hole. Oh, rats. I broke it. I was hoping to preserve that. So I was hoping to make a giant cloud egg, and that's when you beat the egg whites up separately from the yolk, you cook it a bit, and then you place the yolk right back in the middle of it. That's what I did with the ostrich egg, and it was pretty spectacular. But that only works if you've got a whole yolk, and unfortunately I do not. my yolk broke. So looks like we're gonna have some scrambled eggs. But I did manage to get my shell in pretty good whole piece, so I'm happy about that. This is quite a lot of egg, and I'm curious to see how much it weighs. So let me write this down. I'm curious to see how much egg I've got. I've got 426 grams. And how much does a regular egg weigh? About 60 grams. 426. Wow, 70 times? Is that right? 7 times? This is only about 7 eggs worth. Somehow it seems like a lot more. Interesting. So I'm gonna beat my egg up, add a good amount of salt and pepper. It does have a slightly different consistency. It looks a little more translucent than a chicken egg. Interesting. Let's see how it fries up. Add some oil. And I'm gonna add a little bit of butter too, or a good amount of butter too. Okay, in goes the emu egg. Swish it around. And because the pan is preheated, and then we put in our fat, the egg is not sticking at all, which if you're cooking with stainless steel is kind of important. Now, I like my scrambled eggs a little bit wetter, while my husband and my youngest like them drier and bouncier and fluffier. My oldest child also likes them on the wetter side. So how about you? How do you like your scrambled eggs? I don't like them so soft, necessarily like the French style where they're really, really creamy and the curds are really small. I don't have to have my eggs like that, but I kind of like them like this. Like this. But I'm going to cook them a little bit longer because I'm going to share these with my kiddos too and my husband. Now that I've cooked it up, it looks, yes, it does look about like 7 eggs, half a dozen eggs really. For those of you that are curious, I paid $45 for my emu egg. So a lot more than a half dozen chicken eggs for sure. All right, at this point, they're done. Wow, they're very fluffy. So I already added butter to that. And I'm gonna add a little bit more salt, pepper. I might need more salt, we'll see. I've got a little Parmesan and some chives out of the garden. So I'm going to, I love chives. They remind me so much of spring. All right, those are scrambled eggs for you, eh? Let's grab some chives. Oh, look at that. It's so springy. Looks lovely. Scrambled emu egg. Alrighty, lovelies, let's give our scrambled emu eggs a taste. Don't you love it when there's a change of plans? Sometimes I don't, but I find myself adapting, and I think that's important. So here's to my first taste of scrambled emu egg. Look at that. Itadakimasu. Let me just try it by itself. It's delicious. It's got a really nice fluffy texture. Pretty similar to chicken eggs. The texture is a little bit different. It just has a slightly different consistency. Maybe a little foamier is what I'm trying to say. Not at all dry. In terms of flavor, I don't taste a significant difference from a chicken egg. Let's try with a little bit of Parmesan cheese sprinkled on top. That's what I would do with a scrambled egg. A little bit of additional saltiness, funkiness. The addition of chives to scrambled eggs, so good. You know what's also good with scrambled eggs, in my opinion? Ketchup. I don't have any ketchup with me though. Terrific. Love. So there you have it. Give thanks to the emu who produced this gorgeous egg and this lovely meal, which I'm about to share with my family. Alrighty, my lovelies. Thanks so much for watching. Be sure to check out the ostrich egg video I did a while back. I'll put a link down to it below. I made a giant cloud egg. Terrific. And you can see me open another big egg. Alrighty, my lovelies. Thanks as always for watching. I hope you enjoyed that one. I hope you learned something. Please share this video with your friends. Follow me on social media, like this video, subscribe, and I shall see you in the next one. Toodaloo. Take care. Bye! Cannot wait to hear what they think.